welcome getting the tweeting stuff out and posting links and places where it needs to be. But this is gonna be a big. Huh. Interesting. This is gonna be a big one today. I am a little excited to do this one. At the same time, I know it's gonna be fucking terrible. But I think it's going to be absolutely fucking terrible in the best way. Okay, where is streamer mode? There's streamer mode. So, pay no attention. Pay no attention to what I'm doing currently. I am, setting everything up. So, anyone that's sitting in chat right now, welcome. Oh dear god. Okay. Hi, welcome. Just ignore the bumbling mess that I am currently. I'm still putting links out before I get ready to play this, this lovely dumpster fire of a game and proceed to essentially berate the things that are wrong with it for however long I stream for. Because that's the mood I woke up in. And I think it can be better than it is. Because currently, it's kinda not good. I'll put it that way. That's probably the best way I can put it. It's kinda not good. That's that's the most generous I think I'm going to be all day. So enjoy that. Hopefully, everyone is having a good morning, slash day, slash night, wherever it is you are. I'm gonna have fun with this. Really wish I had chat in a different spot so that I could see it a little bit better, but it is what it is, you know? There we go. I just have to make sure that's in the right category. Because I know like half the time it tells me it's in the right category, and then it's totally not in the right category. And then I have to change it. Either way, it is what it is. And we make do. At least for now. Welcome, Stoner. Snapchat is a wild place in general. Okay, where else do I need to put this? Ah, yes. There we go. Okay, hopefully I'm all caught up. Not, like, missing anything. Yeah, why not? This tank's ready. It's as good as any. It's fine. So how is everyone today before I get off on a stupidly long tangent about how absolutely fucking god-awful this fucking game has become? And yes, the 59 too. I woke up and chose violence today, by the way. So, I am not holding anything back. I have reached the tipping point, and I'm going to basically rip into everything that is wrong with this game today. So this should be fun. At least for me. Because I'm gonna start out with this in particular. This fucking goddamn piece of shit, fucking waste of resource color filter. Fair. Like, who in the actual fuck asked for this stupid bullshit to be added to maps instead of fixing them and updating them? Who asked for this shit? Like, I want to know how long it took them to program this in, when literally fucking nobody asked for this. Considering they also had film grain on it that made it a literal headache to play. Never just like, oh, let us remove the film grain, it'll be fine. No, that's not what's causing the headaches, it's the color palette. Okay, there's the TD. I was like, where's the TD at? It's just like, they just need to revert it. Like, just take it off. That's... Really? Really? He's gonna probably kill me. Or not. That light tank is pissed. But like, for real, I wanna know, just in all seriousness, Who okayed this shit? Who was like, yeah, no, this is fine. Like, this is most certainly not fine. It's not okay. Because, like, let's be real here. It's not as bad as not having colorblind mode for, like, multiple months. Even though they were asked several times, you know, bring colorblind mode back. T-49 is probably loaded. Damn. Yeah, like... How did this get okayed? That is point number one. How did this get okayed? Cause, like... I don't know, I may be generalizing here, but I doubt anyone that's in Super Test in their right mind was okay with these color filters. Anyone that plays the game for an extended period of time knows that these color filters strain the eyes pretty damn hard. It kinda sucks. And in my opinion, massive waste of time that could be spent, you know, updating the maps and or balance changes. That's just me though. I'm not a developer. I'm speaking from things purely from a player's perspective. As someone that spent damn near 8 years playing the console version alone. The other thing, which goes hand in hand with the color filters, they have that shady tendency of throwing things in the game without telling people. After, you know, being really, really adamant about, oh, we want to be more transparent with the players. Really? You want to be more transparent, but then throw shit like this in? You know, stuff that there's literally no warning for, but you just kind of throw it in there and expect people to, you know, not have an issue with it. Oh my god. Like, you can't sit there and say, oh, we're trying to be more transparent, and then pull shit like that. That's not transparent. That's like, come on. You can't even lie like that and say that you're being transparent. Like, it's dumb. It's really dumb. Oh dear God. I think that's the next point that I want to get to. The way that the game is structured right now, anyone that joins the game has literally zero... Actually, let me rephrase that. They have less than zero actual tutorial. They just basically get thrown into Cold War era tank. They play the Cold War tanks, and like, oh, so is this what the game is like? And then they get put into an actual game, and they're like, what the fuck is this shit? Why don't I have anything that's good? Instead of being like, here, you started, here's this fucking Sherman. This is about what you can expect when you play the game for a bit. Here's what you do. And here's some free shit. It's like, okay, that was better. It wasn't good either, but it was at least better. And gave them a taste of what they could expect for the first, like, 500 battles at least. And then, of course, we had, like, tier 1 through 3 being the main introduction to the game, which is just fucking absolute chaos and seal clubbing. Which I don't think starting at tier 3 is a bad thing. Tier 3 is pretty good to start with. It's a good place to start. However, they need to actually, change the tutorial thing from a fucking Abrams to a fucking tier 3. It's like, you're not going to get people to stay if you give them, like, something fucking ridiculous to play around with and then take it all away from them. This is not a fucking RPG. This game is not an RPG. You cannot get away with that bullshit. There is no character progression in this game. There is only character regression. And I will stand by that. 2. The second point to this initial point. They really, really do a terrible job of incentivizing players to stay. It's like, oh, veteran players could legitimately, just fucking hammer out the entirety of, like, the season pass in, like, a week or two without having to try too hard. And you get menial rewards. It's like, they're okay. The passes are okay. However, being as this is a, in quotation marks, free-to-play game, the monetization side is a little fucking predatory. Which is just like, maybe posing the question like, well, what free-to-play game isn't a little predatory with, monetization? And that's fair. However, this one is pretty goddamn egregious. For instance, a decent premium tank, like your tier 7 to tier 8, will run you like $40 to $50 fucking dollars. Like, excuse me? That's the price of the whole goddamn game. And what am I getting? Something that could be mediocre. Also, very nice stoner. You're gonna be... Keep it up, you'll be at your 2 mark in no time. But yeah, no, like, $50 for a tier 8. For, like, this thing. This thing is like $50. If you don't have, like, a discount on it and or just gold laying around from completing shit. Which, that's the only reason I have this fucking thing. Well, actually, I earned this thing through a fucking op. Yeah, that's good. That's good in a tier 7 match with it. What the fuck is going on here, by the way? Don't exactly know what over there shot me, but, doesn't really have a big gun. Where did that even pin me? That's enough pot shots there. Nice. I mean, you can't say no to a free, like, $50 fucking tank. It's like... Free tank is a free tank. Borsig, thank you for playing. If that SU-130 hadn't have been down there. But yeah, this is the other thing. Because there is no, like, good in-game, you know, educational systems, and or, like, tutorials of any decent kind, player base is pretty bad. Pretty bad. And that's being very, very PG. It's like, I don't really fault the player base for being bad. They don't have any real information. Yeah, it's like, the only source of information on how to play the game, and how to improve at the game, you have to find through content creators. Which... I could make a whole lot of people really, really mad with my next statement. Because after the fact that there's no, like, in-game method of explaining how the fuck you're supposed to play the game, we move on to the content creation side for all information in the game. Now, there are some really, really good content creators for this game. Like, I mean, there are some fantastic content creators for this game. But dear mother of God, are there some really fucking bad ones. That sling really, really questionable information. And I am not here to insult people or call anyone out, so I will not name names. But, like, a lot of advice people can give in this game should be considered opinionated or objectionable, I guess is probably the better terminology. Because, like, do I believe there is a right and a wrong game? Somewhat. That's subjective. The biggest thing that I see most people not talk about, though, is adaptability. There are tanks that play certain ways, but you cannot, and I will stress this very heavily, you cannot generalize a tank class. It's like, oh, heavies do this, light tanks do this, tank destroyers do this. Yeah, but there are certain ones in each category that do different things. Like, you're not going to play the Tiger 1 the same way you play a T-29. That's just stupid. You're asking to get killed. The Tiger 1 does not have that great of a turret. And you definitely should not be frontlining in a Tiger 1 unless you are heavily top tier. Then you can probably bully things. It's like, the best thing I can teach someone who's learning how to play this game is, first and foremost, let me go back to the garage for this, because it will help. But I cannot stress this enough for anyone that is trying to genuinely learn how to play this game. The first thing you should do, every time you get a tank, is to first and foremost, let's see, go here. And yes, press W. See, you know exactly rule number 1 of tanks. Press W. Thank you, SP. Someone else knows that reference, and I am very happy. But first thing I advise, look at this. Yeah, no, this is console, so it's press forward, but it works here too. The second step is to not die. Right? See, it's like, I wish I could stream PC. Yeah, what doesn't have this on PC without a mod? I know. Which I do have installed because it is genuinely helpful. But I'll also say this, the one on console, also do not trust this. Do not trust this. Yeah, it's true. However, I will say PC's information is a lot more reliable than consoles. But, general rule of thumb for any new player, go in here, see what your tank has as far as armor, then you know, like, oh, I can kind of bounce shots, or, oh, I should not be trying to bounce shots. 2, see what you have. Know and learn this very well. This will help more than anything. Penetration, penetration, and penetration. This is the 2 key things I can tell to a new player. Know what armor you have, and know your penetration. Also know that ammo type will come later. It's not super important right away, at least like the first few hundred battles. That is true as well. You could just play the 5.4 and the 5.4 works, but I will be brutally honest here. Console is a massive bastardization of the fucking game that is being run into the absolute fucking ground. And yes, console version does have arty, and I will play it, actually, to discuss my next point. Also, this entire VOD is literally going to be me fucking shitting on the game. The console version of the game. Oh, the leaf blower? You mean the Decker Max? I'm trying to remember exactly which one the leaf blower is, because my terminology is kind of... It does indeed have, the Leif. The Leif does exist. We also have a Sexton 1, which is worse, but lower tier. They basically took the British Sexton, made it American, and made it fire faster. Because that's balanced. Yeah, the console team is not, it's not the best when it comes to balance. As I will attempt to demonstrate with this thing. Fair. I've seen PC meta is kind of like... Isn't PC meta like fucking... Yeah, that's what I was about to say. PC meta is like fucking heavy tanks now. Which I find kind of hilarious. Whereas like consoles is tank destroyers. Oh, a light tank. Oh, a medium tank heading for the cap circle. Oh no, I missed him for like 800. What a shame. Oh no, he's dead. Because it is. That's the worst part. This is the old artillery. Console has never had an artillery nerf. Case in point. Yeah, that's another thing. You can still three-man, you can still, like, have a platoon full of artillery. Isn't it lovely? They still let this happen? Also why I have literally no reason to fire anything but premium HE out of the T-92. It does indeed have the Waffle E100. I'm hoping that I just got invited to a party by one of the players on the other team that I just nuked. Because that just adds to how fucking toxic this is. Alright, I can switch flanks now. That one's dead. Alright, let's see. Oh, look, it's a bar. Oh, look, it's 980 less of a bar. Oh my god. All chat in the KV1S. God, that's... I feel... I feel every bit of that. I was... Because, like, when I started playing what, there was the plus and minus 5 matchmaking. So, like, the KV was all just one tank. That game has come such a long way from that. I hope, though, that I just got a party invite from that one tank that I just obliterated. I really do. Yeah, there's console artillery in a nutshell right there. I feel that. Like, I don't play PC enough to know exactly what I'm doing, plus my crews are all meh. But I've had an account forever. Like, artillery is so busted on console. It has no right being this busted. Just genuinely no right being this busted. Answer this. There we go. Because I can't, like, comfortably play PC. That's literally the only reason. And I have made this, like, I've stated this a few times in the past. The only reason I am playing and streaming console is because I can't reliably play PC. I can, it's just I can't stream it. My PC account, actually, I have up to tier 9. Oh yeah, I have like a... Shit, like a 6, 7-year-old laptop that has a fucking i3 processor. So yeah, I sure as shit can't stream this fucking game. Or PC. I can't stream much of anything off my poor laptop. I might be able to do, like, just chatting. If I have something to, like, put in the background, like a picture. Eventually. Yeah, like, this game literally runs on, well, the PC version of the game literally runs on a fucking potato, but I can't stream it. Like, I can play it. It's just my laptop sounds like a jet engine after a little bit. And it's a little warm. Because, like, I got this laptop while I was in high school. Oh god, yeah, no, like, I've already looked around. My best bet of actually getting anything with a graphics card, honestly, right now is a fucking pre-built, and that's gonna take forever. Because, like, I'm gonna push for a desktop. That is the plan. But the way GPUs are right now, yeah, used or a pre-built's my only, like, real options. Unless I can find someone that's willing to part with a GPU. Which I highly doubt that right now. Like, everything else I can sort of get a hold of. Of course, the only things that I really need for the streaming setup that I want is the PC, one monitor, and possibly the PC, one monitor, microphone, and it's like a decent-ish webcam. However, I do need to factor in that I need to get a desk, because I currently do not have a desk. This is the scuffed setup that people know me for. I do not have a desk, so literally, I I have an actual office chair. And that's the other thing. I need a keyboard. I actually do need a keyboard. Because, like, I have a mouse. Actually got for pretty decent. But I need a desk. For, like, an actual dedicated setup. Because, like, I could theoretically put my keyboard on my lap, but that would involve me putting the entire laptop on my lap while I'm trying to do this. And that would be interesting. Not that I couldn't do it, but it would be funny. You know, honestly, it's not a bad idea. I can kind of understand why. Future-proofing. That's... Okay, that's kind of funny. I'm not even gonna lie, that's kind of funny. I can respect that. At the end of the day, we end up improvising here or there somewhere. Like, my whole setup is, like, makeshift. Since, like, the only way I can stream is through the console themselves. I even found, like, this extension on Twitch where I can have my overlay, which is literally just... It's just me in a cup. It's literally just the art of me in a cup in the corner. That's my overlay. I really need to, like, actually make an overlay that works, but the effort... Thank you. It's like, through this extension, I can actually, like, have alerts and stuff. Love that. I think I'll always love that emote. Fucking emote is beautiful. I'm also most likely going to get absolutely shit on in this corner. Oh, correction, I'm 100% going to get shit on in this corner. There's just a random fucking mana core and a T95 E6 back there. The T55A is German. On PC, this is one of the mission tanks, but on console, they gave this out in a season pass, so anyone could essentially just buy the T55A. Well, I'm dead. There's no way I'm bouncing the shell from the Valor. Ow. And then, yeah, they basically gave that thing away. You know, the Chieftain on steroids. That's a clan rewards tank on PC. Yeah, they gave that away on here. Going back to the earlier conversation about hold down heavy tanks being the meta. Which I should actually go back and show you, since you, since console is a very, very imbalanced place. I should show you the stuff that we have on here. It's like, of course we have the KPZ. And I forgot I had the Rome Panzer. But let's see. Where is it? Yeah, we still have this. It's kind of in a sad state right now because they nerfed the Hesh damage. Of course, you know, I have the Chieftain Mark 6. And then the Chieftain but better. And then the Super Conch. Yeah, let me find another really stupid thing. We have the Inferno, which is it's a Camaro with a bunch of fucking spaced armor on the front of the fucking turret. Yes, that is a Chimera with a fucking spaced armor thing on the front of the turret. We have, oh, game must have ended. Yep. We have the Bellerophon here, which is a Centurion 5-1 with a bunch of fucking spaced armor on the turret whenever it decides to load. Because I think exiting the game, well, that game ending actually, there we go. But yeah, spaced armor on the turret. Let's see, where's another thing? Yeah, the E4 is buffed to shit. So, recently they buffed the E4, so it basically has the armor that the E3 does, except it has a turret, so the E3 is kind of pointless. It also still has 850 alpha because fuck balance. Let's see. The E5's okay. Concept 1B exists. We have this disgusting version of the mutant. Yeah, all of the big TDs still do 850 on console. So like the E4, the E3, the T30, T95, the 268. Let's see, what else does? I can't remember if they buffed the version 4 up to what the 268 is at, but Yeah. We do not have bond equipment. However, we have different equipment. Let me actually show that. We have different equipment. See, like, vert stabs is replaced by gun stabilizer, which increases your accuracy by 20%. Just generally increases your accuracy by 20%. And then we have this thing, which reduces the damage you take by 5%. And, spall liner, of course. It's like, yeah. And there's no, like, binos or coated optics, there's just advanced optics. So yeah. We have, like, a really dumbed down equipment set where they just kind of fused a bunch of stuff together and kind of made things ridiculous. And then we have the commander stuff, which I'll get into right here. Yeah, let's put her in here for right now. They really dumbed everything down. Like, Born Leader replaced 6 cents. Oh, is the microphone crackling? Because it could be. I'm also having to use, like, a secondary controller. Like, is it really bad? Or is it just kind of in the background? Because I know this controller is, like, on its way out. And I definitely can't plug it into the other one. Because it sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel. So, like, I'll try to fix that a little bit. Let's see. Okay, there we go. See, that's the reason why I kind of want an actual mic as well. So I can kind of fix that issue a little bit, but yeah, they changed Brothers in Arms. It's Born Leader now. Is it just going like back and forth? Oh god, I hear it. Let's see. Better now, maybe? Hold on. Let me fix this. No kidding, USB mics are way better. Like, this headset I know is getting kind of old. So, yeah. Let me actually go through the perks here. There's Last Stand, which gives a 25% increase to crew performance when under 10%, which is kind of like, why? Rapid Loading, which increases reload speed by 10%. Adrenaline Rush, which increases reload speed by 15% when under 10%. Iron Mace, which decreases the effect that distance has on penetration. Deadeye, which is the same. Gunsmith, which is the same. Rapid Aim, which increases turret and gun rotation speed. Steady aim, which increases general accuracy by 10%. So it's like, why not have that? Snapshot, run and gun, which is 10% to accuracy while moving. Clutch braking's the same. We have this one, which allows you to roll over faster, because that's something we have that PC doesn't for some reason. We can self-right our tanks. Off-road driving. Trick driving, which is reduction to fall damage. Silent driving, which, decreases the effect on camo while moving. Muffled shot. And green thumb, which increases camo. And of course we have situational awareness and comms technician, which is radio range. Mark target. We have supply conservation, which increases the consumable recharge speed. And firefighting and fire prevention. This one, armor angling, is a 5% decrease to damage received. So there's, 10% in total you can reduce for incoming damage. Controlled impact, which 20% decrease to ram damage. And a 20% increase to the damage you do. And pain tolerance, of course. And then we have general mechanic and track mechanic. Honestly, the way the game is normally played, track mechanic is way more worthwhile than general mechanic. Why some of these skills are separate, I do not know. And some of them are just blatantly better than everything else that's in the list. It's kinda dumb. However, not as dumb as some of these things. Hello, Supreme. I am showing some of the differences between PC and console while also basically shitting on console this entire time. But yeah, these things are something I know PC doesn't have at all. And they're abominations. Like, take a look at this thing. PC isn't much better. But, yeah. Right? It's a patent turret with a chieftain's gun on the Centurion hull with spaced armor. I want that to, like, sink in for a second. It's a patent turret with the chieftain's gun on a Centurion's hull. And, the machine I have. Yes, it is an abomination, but not as much as this thing. Like, look at this. Just take this in. This is a 50B hull with the Chieftain Mark 6 turret and the fucking the TVP's gun. So it's the 100 mil autoloader with the Chieftain's turret on the 50B's hull with a 1200 horsepower engine. And then we have the other side of the spectrum with this piece of shit. Yeah, the machine can literally push like 70. It can push 70. And then, yeah, this is the opposite end of the spectrum, and literally like one of the worst abominations. It is an E50 hull with an IS-6's turret and a T-44's gun, basically. If I'm remembering my my parts correctly. Yeah. In theory, this thing's armor sort of works. In practice, though, it really doesn't, because it sees tier 10s and the bricks for some reason act as extra normalization for rounds. So you just kind of get pinned by everything. And it's slow as fuck. That 40km/h max speed, you're never hitting that. You're never hitting that speed in this piece of shit. Like, no one will ever hit that speed, even going downhill. So good luck with that. And then we have this, which is... It's a VK with a Centurion... Well, it's a VK with a Churchill turret. And the KV-1S is... The old KV-1S is 122. It has 0 gun depression. You cannot aim down. This tank will not aim down. And then we go back to busted as shit. Panther hull, spaced armor, conish, stock Tiger turret, basically. Tier 6, so it's like broken to shit. This thing would be phenomenal, and probably one of the more broken things, if the 5.4 didn't exist. Because it's the same principle. This is just a tier higher. And let's see, where's the other one that I have that's... Yeah, this. This is probably the worst. This right here is probably the absolute fucking worst thing they have ever made. It is genuinely fucking painful to play. Like, 180 damage and 194 pin, and it can C tier 9s. You do 180 damage, less than 200 pin with the premium round, and you C tier 9s. Playing this thing, you literally ask for someone on the other team to shoot you and put you out of your misery. It is kind of abysmal. And we have these derp light monstrosities. But we also have butchered Italians. Because the auto-reloading mechanic on these don't work like they're supposed to. So the medium tanks and the heavy tanks have the same auto-reloading mechanic, except slower. So they have no DPM. And you can't really use them like auto-reloaders. You kind of use them like auto-loaders on here to get the most out of them, and it's kind of sad. The standard B is kind of fun. And I have had fun with the Progetto, but they are bad. Like, really bad on here. And then we have all the fucking premium tanks here that are organized finally by tier. But it doesn't make it any better, because there's too many of them. Speaking of which, the trade-in program is supposedly on, but I don't know which tanks you can trade. Oh, you can trade for the Wojciech. If anybody wants a Wojciech or a Skoda T40. Oh yeah, there you go, there's another one. There's a premium OI. A premium OI with the 100 mil. That's something else console has. T23E3. The Talon, which I believe is currently a personal offer. Yeah, right? They made a premium one and they didn't put the derp gun on it. It has the 100 mil, not the fun gun, the 100 mil. And then let's see, what else is on here that's kind of dumb? Oh yeah, the Slayer, which is our version of the SE-152 premium. And there's the Craft Panther, which is just a Panther, but shit. We'll be honest here, it's pretty shit. It's not a great premium tank. You are better off with this thing. This thing is genuinely a good tank. Because it has preferential matchmaking. And yeah, we have this. We have a Tiger with a Soviet gun. Yeah, look at this. It's a Russian Tiger. Yeah, you heard that right. It's a Russian Tiger. It's a Tiger 1 with the T-44 gun. At tier 7. So it's a Tiger with 100 mil. But Russian. We have a Japanese Tiger as well. And the American Tiger. We have so many Tigers. Like, we literally have so many fucking and then there's this fucking abomination. Yeah, there's Tiger 217, there's the Citadel, there's 131, there's the Russian Tiger, there's the King Tiger, there's the captured King Tiger, there's the Japanese Tiger. There's a lot of tigers. This fucking thing, though. There's a lot of T-34s here, too. In case you're wondering, this is the Tier 5 Guerrilla Artillery's gun. This is the exact same gun you get on the Guerrilla Artillery at Tier 5. But direct fire. On a Panther hull. It is called the Creature because it's the Halloween version. Yeah, the arty gun. The exact same gun. They sold this for Halloween because it went inside with the Sturm Tiger line. And yes, we have the Sturm Tiger. Yeah. Let me see if there's any other, like, premiums, and then I'll move on to the Sturm line. Because that is a whole nother, like, basket of, like, fucking abomination in and of itself. Not as much as these Hot Wheel tanks, though. Which they can't sell these currently because licensing. But these exist. I have a few of them because the season pass threw them away like candy. Like, I don't know if I can actually find it. But, there's a really, really sad... Oh, nope, there it is. Look at this thing, and it's fucking neon underglow and shit. 47 PS. It really does. But let me go over this line. Because this is only on console. Like... See, there it is. So at Tier 6 in this line is when you can get the artillery gun on these. Tier 6. And watch how much this increases. You still have the 15 to start with on this. And then you go up to a fucking 21 centimeter gun. Which has AP, mind you. This has 203 pen AP at tier 7. This thing has like a literal fucking mortar. At tier 7 on the Jagdpanther 2's hull with 203 pen AP. Look at this thing. And then we move up to tier 8 here. And we get a 22 centimeter gun, which has heat as standard ammo. Well, actually, does it have it? It has AP. Correction, it has 262 pen. Although I'm pretty sure that's wrong and then it's actually heat. But it has 262 pen. At tier 8. For 780 average damage. And if you decide to shoot the premium HE, you get like almost 10 meters of splash. Because it's an artillery gun. And then we move up to tier 9 here. And we have the bar. Which is regarded as probably the worst one in the line. Tier for tier. It has a 30.5 centimeter gun. Fair. My German is a little rusty. Like, I always, like, mess up on the umlauts. It has been a few. It has been a few, the pair. Yeah. It has been a few. I have slept quite a bit since high school. And then, of course, the thing that everyone wants in this entire line. There it is. There it is. The 38 centimeter Sturm in its entirety with 280 millimeter pen heat. It does 1300 damage with heat. And 1700 damage with HE. And they straight up put this thing in the game. Yep. And I can definitely say from experience, if you have no armor, it's literally 1 foot 3 inches of fuck you. Unfortunately, I was on the receiving end of it in my standard B. And yes, it does have a form of overmatching that sometimes doesn't work because this game is programmed really, really well on console. Which, let me let you in on a little secret of why I rag on the console team so much. They let it slip in a live stream. They have one person working on the UI. There is one poor bastard working on the entirety of this UI by themselves. I don't know where the rest of the devs are. and I would really like to locate them. Because that poor person needs a lot of help. So as much as I hate the UI, I can't be mad at the one person that's been putting it together. Just everything that exists in this current state of the game is infuriating. And I think anymore the only reason I continue to play it is just in the hope. The hope that they actually get some devs in that want to work on this. And aren't just trying to cram stuff in here that nobody wants. Because they've been doing that. Which, I should actually switch over to Cold War and show off that dumpster fire. Because I can almost guarantee you that you could go in and play the Cold War mode and have fantastic games from the get-go. But it's because everyone's lit up the entire time. Like, the difference between World War II and the Cold War mode is Cold War mode, the tanks are rendered the entire time, so you can see them even if they're not detected. Which means things like camo nets, stuff like that, not useful at all. Absolutely pointless. It's like, if someone can see you, they can shoot you. So, in some of the maps in Cold War, you can literally spawn in, drive on top of a hill, and sit in your spawn the entire game, and have like 10k damage. Which is kind of dumb. Yeah, there's the Drogon, a tank I didn't actually, like, talk about, but is also kinda dumb. That's not gonna hit anything. Ooh! That was a lovely hit. Oh yeah, Cold War mode is basically like, do you like to farm people that are too dumb to realize they're being shot at? That's Cold War. It's like, if you like sitting in the back of the map, camping the whole game, you might enjoy Cold War. As I proceed to delete the SU from this plane of existence. Damn. Oh, hello. There was another SU. Know that the artillery is over here somewhere. And that needs to be dealt with. However, my team has proceeded to implode around me. That's not necessarily something I'm happy with. I should have saved that, but I thought I got tracked. Nice. Oh, I need to play that Friday. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah, I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Hope you enjoyed this romp through the like the bastardized version of tanks. And have fun with Dark Souls. Well, as much fun as Dark Souls can be. If you're like me, it's pretty fun. I think this is definitely a loss. Damn. Didn't pull the trigger fast enough. I need to see how far I can get in Dark Souls. At least before, Elden Ring. Because, like, February is gonna be like a big 1-2 punch for me. Elden Ring comes out, and then, The Witch Queen. So it's like... I'm pretty much gonna be bouncing between those two games, probably. With the Genshin in between, because... I'm not gonna lie, Genshin has actually been pretty relaxing to play. It does kind of get repetitive, but it's relaxing repetitive. However, in about 8 more days, Rainbow Six Extraction comes out. Normally, I wouldn't have said anything about it, because it's a game that I would have picked up when it's on sale. But it's on Game Pass. So I'm gonna be playing that a little bit. Because that'll be a fun, like, breath of fresh air. And at some point, I plan on doing, like, a full playthrough of all 3 of the BioShock games. As sort of like a palate cleanser. Because I know for a fact February is going to be nothing but me playing Destiny and Elden Ring. Potentially. So having something after that, like a palate cleanser, will probably come in handy. Check and see what this ping was. I bet this ping is from the tank's Discord server. Let's see. Yep, it is. Is it their, like, weekly thing, or do they actually have news? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's even worse. Oh my god, their rigging was even fucking worse. Holy shit, get this stoner. Their new player buff, which was the one that reduced the amount of damage that new players received in their first, let's see, how many was it? First 100 battles. Their first 100 battles, which was introduced in the British Invasion update, new players both received less damage and did more damage. So not only were they taking less damage, they were doing more damage. And they didn't, they didn't feel the need to tell anyone this shit before trying to put that into the live game for a test. Excuse me, but what the actual fuck? I'm copying that real quick. What the actual fuck? Oh my god. That's even worse than I thought. How could they do something that was even worse? And they couldn't remove it until the 4th of this month. Well, the increased damage for new players. Wow. I'm just I'm just sitting here trying to take this in for a second. They really, really did something like that. They really did something like that. Oh my god. I'm just dumbfounded right now. Wow. I can't. I can't. They actually tried to get away with that shit. Who okays this? I really want to know who's okaying this stuff. It's like, I want to say, bring up the meme as like, our expectations were low, but holy shit. God, that. I don't even know what to say. It's like I've been ragging on them most of today, and I don't know if it was enough now. Like, what? Like, who does this? Like, seriously, who does this? Up the hill we go. Oh. Oh god. That just that just completely validated most of the shit I was saying earlier about transparency. Like, yeah, I get it, you don't want people to abuse the test, but, like, not telling them is equally fucked. We're out of there. Oh, God. I just don't even know anymore. I'll be honest, I just don't even know anymore. I feel like at this point, any jokes that are made about the game might actually be accurate. Which gun actually shot me there. Off E5. E5 is just in the right spot to get me from killing the T-30. Hate it. Five just got farmed. Oh. Ooh. Excuse me. Let me just, casually delete. I can't really fuck around with either of these TDs, so that's kind of unfortunate. Oh fuck, the bar's looking this way. Delete that. Shit. I'm gonna get one shot off on the bar. I just gotta find these light tanks. Fuck. I'll take 3K. Like 3K is not bad. Ah, lovely. I think I actually legitimately got all the potential salt that I could have had out by ragging on wargaming. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good now. Just genuinely feeling pretty good. So hopefully everybody's been having a good time. Nice. Personal offer. Half off the Talon. Half off is still not enough, even though I kind of want that tank. Where is it? Is it in... It's in Cold War. Oh, World War II tanks, not Cold War. 3,935. I don't know. Doesn't really seem worth, honestly. Deal and assist at least 1,000 damage in 10 battles. Okay. Challenge do I have left? Assist in 2,500 spotting damage. Okay, not... Assist damage an enemy in winning battles. XP... They really have it out for those platoon ones this season, don't they? Play the pattern. Or, well, one of the two patterns. I actually think I've gotten out almost everything that I needed to say about wargaming today. At least in the current state of things.
We have to take and hold the marked objective. Get to it.
Also, just randomly seeing AMX 30s will always be weird to me. This will be fine.
Enemies got us in their sights.
Skoda's having fun.
Ready to fire.
Scout is having a lot of fun knowing that it can't essentially trade with me at all. Question is... Nope. Did not think that through, did he? I also say Artie really wants my ass.
Focus on this location.
Well, this should pretty much be like a free win, honestly.
They found us. Penetration. Loaded and ready.
Yeah, the waffle realizes it is fucked up.
The enemy knows our location. Enemies in the base. Push them out. Ready to fight.
How did I miss that?
Our track is busted. We can't move. Track is good to go. Enemies got us in their sights. Nice shot. Reloaded.
The clan I haven't seen in a hot minute. How?
Penetration. Reloaded.
I was about to say, where's the convoy?
They found us.
Yeah, no, this was free. This game was absolutely free.
Mission accomplished.
Oh. Wonder how much longer I should actually go. Wait, the other patent. So, I mean, might as well work on the contract. Yeah, this should be fun, because I'm definitely playing the,
Focus on this location.
what's the worst that could happen playing uber aggressive? Yeah, death. Death is what could happen.
They found us. One more track to damn it. Enemy exposed. Vanguard down.
Excuse me, Batchet?
Focus on this area.
It's randomly a Batchet over there. I don't know if it's backed off or if he's...
They spotted us.
Come on, Batchet. Try it.
Enemy, look around at us. Look out. Enemy spotted.
Come on.
The enemy knows our location.
Fuck off. Really? Okay. That's fine. Should be about all I need for that stage anyway, at least. Alright. I'm going to take a quick break and go put this cup downstairs. I will be right back in like a couple minutes. There we go. I am back. Had to deal with some trash cans. Okay, so let's see who all is here, and how is everyone doing? If I sound out of breath, it's because I kind of am, and I just kind of like ran back upstairs. Also, I need to remember, like, how far into the first, like, section of this stream was just all me yelling at Wargaming for being completely ass backwards. Which I'm probably gonna cut out and make its own video. Cause, woo! They gave me a lot of ammunition this morning. Did not disappoint. Hey, welcome. Welcome, Momentary. How are you? I went on quite the rant today for like, I want to say a solid hour of this stream. Oh god, that was the, oh, I'm sorry I got caught kind of apology. Like, I knew about the decreased damage for new players, but the increase that they did too, and like, they didn't think that was something that should be known? That they were testing that? Like, I get if you don't want to skew results, but like, the live game's not a place to test that. Like, excuse me? And like 100 battles. That's what got me. It's just like, it wasn't the necessarily the increase in new players' damage or the decrease they take. It was like 100 battles on top of that. Yeah, exactly. Like, you take those numbers in Cold War, that absolutely skews it a lot, especially with the new tanks. Yeah, 10 wouldn't have made much of a difference. It'd been like big. It's like, so what? 10 games is so what? 100 games? Yeah, I'm not pinning that. I'm so dead. I am so dead here, but no, like, I had a lot to rant about when I saw that. It's like, I went over stuff that nobody asked for. Stuff that they've spent resources on instead of balance. All kinds of stuff like that. Just general disagreements. But, ow. The new player thing. After they went... When was it? Was it like 1 month or 2 months ago when they went on this big? It was before Minto left, actually. Like before Minto left, they went on that big spiel about we're gonna be more transparent and all that, and then they do this. Yeah, no, I've seen like I've played around with the Centurion a little bit, but like they literally put the fucking shit barn in Era 1. Like a new player gets a hold of one of those within 100 battles, and they're going to be doing more damage and taking less damage. That's really going to make it annoying. Like, God forbid a new player manages to somehow get their way to an artillery piece in 100 games during that. Like, I can only imagine what someone could do with a fucking T-92. It's like, excuse me? I don't want to see something like that doing more damage. And they're still trying to do it with, like, giving them a -7 on pen chance. Like, +20, -7. So, new players are going to pen more often. Like, I get they want new players to stay, but, like, after 100 battles, they start bouncing more. Like, are they gonna stick with it after 100 battles? Are they even going to make it to 100 battles? Because, like, I'll be honest. I have a much easier time convincing people to pick up Destiny 2 for the first time. It's like, God love Destiny 2. It's a fun game, and I enjoy it a lot. But it is really damn hard to convince somebody to play it if they haven't started before. This game, though, you try to convince somebody brand new to try to play this, they might play it maybe 5 to 10 games. Maybe. And then they're on to something else. Because, like, it, it doesn't appeal to, like, a general player base. And I know exactly why an experienced player would abuse it, but 100 battles? Like, people make rerolls. It's really easy to go, say, go on the PlayStation, make a reroll, or go vice versa, go onto Xbox, make a reroll, and just stomp people with it. But, like, 100 battles is not worth rerolling. I don't think anyone would really skew their data that they were looking for. And, yeah, honestly, like with D2, now is a good time. The 30th, they're getting people prepped for Witch Queen. Witch Queen's gonna rework, well, be the beginning of reworking the light subclasses. It's in a good state. Story might be kind of confusing, but gameplay-wise, it's getting really nice. It's getting into that sweet spot, which I am very excited for. It's like I still need to pre-order Witch Queen soon. Because next month I'm definitely going to be playing that a lot. Um, if you pre-order it by itself, I think it's like 40. If you get the deluxe, I think it's 80. But the deluxe is supposed to have all of the seasons for next year, so I've been just saving up to do that instead. Plus little pre-order goodies. Like, they're doing kind of a similar thing that they did with the D2 launch, where you get an exotic just right out of the gates. So I'm kind of interested. It's like, after adding it up, it's not a terrible price. Honestly, I play a little bit of both, but mostly PvE. I do like to go... I actually am one of the odd people that likes to go in and meme around in Gambit. Because Gambit can be kind of funny. But I've dabbled in, like, everything up to trials. Nerds. More than likely going to be a light tank in my face here in a second. Or a super Hellcat's gonna try and rush me. That... an interesting play for a super Hellcat. Like, I enjoy PvP in the current sandbox. It's kind of enjoyable. Witch Queen drops, Void is getting a big rework. So I'm very excited to mess around with those changes. This is unfortunate. Damn. But, like, I've played Trials since a bit more since they redid the rewards for it, and I like it a bit more. You still get the best stuff from going flawless, and in order to combat hackers on PC, you have to have the most recent expansion in order to play Trials, which I had Beyond Light until it left. Yeah, until it left Game Pass. Yeah, no, I've been playing it a lot more since the 30th anniversary dropped. Because, like, the game mode that came with it, Dares, might be a little repetitive to get what you need, but I enjoy the fact that it's just basically a game show with Xur and a celestial horse. It's good fun. And the new dungeon is pretty nice. I am a big fan of that dungeon. Yeah, no, that them doing that secret nerf, that was that pushed me over the edge to where I pretty much dedicated the entire first half of the stream to like just ranting about how bad it was. Oh, like D2 is definitely like that. If you don't hop in like every now and then, the way the game's been like changing season through season, it's just like it's really easy to get lost. Oh, I will. Like, I was thinking after the stream, I'm gonna try and cut down the VOD and upload the first portion of the stream as just like its own video of me just going off on wargaming. Like, I I woke up this morning and was just like, nah, I'm not holding back today. Like, I'm not holding back. And I also have had a friend of mine that knows PC pretty well. Yeah, it's like having if you miss out on any of the seasons for D2, it's just like so many things change in such a like a short amount of time. It's crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, Bungie has their faults, and they've done some questionable things, balance-wise. But they continue to actually work on the balance of the game. Like, it is a very much alive game. And you can feel it. It's like, there are very, very few things you can do in Destiny that you won't find somebody doing. They just need to be a little bit better with, like, previous season quest stuff. Because, like, the only major complaint that I really have with what they've done is if you don't do the seasonal quests on all three characters, certain characters can be locked out of certain activities until you do the quests. Whereas, like, I really appreciate if they just have, like, okay, here's an intro quest, that's all you have to do. Don't have to repeat it. It's just, this is account-wide, not character-specific. Like, if they do that, I'd be happy, but other than that, I think it's in a good place. It's fun. It's good to just go mindlessly shoot at aliens. And if you want to, you can do in-game stuff. And there's somewhat of a reason to do most of the in-game stuff. Let me check this real quick, because... see what I get from this. Ah, gold. Well, like, the horse was definitely a surprise. I don't know why they went back to that, because they only had it in, like, one cutscene in a previous season. And I was just like, what? Because, like, genuinely, it is a very obscure reference that, like, no one is going to get unless they've played every season up to this point. Which, like, I know nobody's done that. Like, there's the dedicated base I know that's done it, but, like, most of the people that were playing Dares are just very confused by it, because it's so different from what the game was. And the current, like, sandbox is wild. Like, fusion rifles this season are nuts. Linears are actual DPS weapons for the first time in, like, ever. And it's insane. Like, I've been enjoying, like, helping out a lot of new players recently. That and doing VOG again, because, like, I haven't done VOG since D1. Oh, it's doing the thing again. Okay, 1 second. Let's see. Because I think, like, my headset wire is kind of shorting. So that's good. But I have been enjoying helping a lot of new players this season. Since, I think it was, yeah, it was at the beginning of the last season that, they opened up crossplay. So, like, I've been playing with a lot of friends that I've had for a while that only play on, like, PC and PlayStation. It's been nice. It's like, since I can just add people through, Bungie.net or in-game, it's made it a lot easier to just join people and help. It's also much easier to get a, raid team together. That's unfortunate. But I'll take 2200 damage. I just have to watch that, because I don't know how much my mic's gonna... Oh god, it's like constantly doing it, isn't it? Maybe? Like, this setup is pretty scuffed, I'll be honest. I think I found the problem. Let's see. How much longer should I actually go for? Because I've almost streamed for about as long as I normally do. But I started earlier today. I think I'll at least go to like the 3-hour mark and then probably be a good idea to call it. That way I don't have to cut out like 2 hours of footage. I need to actually stream D2 again at some point. The only problem is that I think the next time I stream I'm gonna have to like not have my mic in.
Wir müssen den markierten Bereich erobern und halten. Viel Erfolg.
Ah, fair. Uh, basically I'm gonna go for like another 20 minutes, I think. At that point I will have played this game for 3 hours today. And, oh yeah, that I need to stream Destiny at some point. Although, if I do stream it, it probably won't be with a mic, because controller.
Der Gegner weiß, wo wir sind.
That's my only downside. Like, I'm using a sort of, like, scuffed setup, where, like, certain games I can play with 2 controllers in, because one controller has a good port for the mic, but the sticks are really bad. And this one, everything's fine on it, except for the mic port. It sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel 24/7, and that's not good for streaming. So I'm going to not subject people to that torture.
Der Gegner weiß, wo wir sind.
That's definitely not hitting.
Wir haben eine unserer Ketten getroffen. Das hat sie erwischt. Und tschüss.
There we go.
Der Gegner hat uns im Visier.
Oh no, they're shooting at my building.
Unsere Kette ist abgegangen. Wir stecken fest. Sie ist sauber durchgegangen. Kein Durchschlagstreffer.
Shit. Surely they can kill the kilo. Also means that, like, all of their team is back here in spawn.
Schussbereit.
This bat chat is gonna have a very bad day.
Sie haben uns gefunden. Sie ist Geschichte. Der Gegner weiß, wo wir sind. Wir haben einen Verbündeten verloren.
Hello, Progetto.
Unsere Kette wurde getroffen.
I just bounced off of that, really. That was depressing. Ugh. But yeah, I'll round out the stream once I hit like the 3-hour mark. And then instead of uploading the whole, well, actually I probably should upload the whole thing just in case. But I'll cut out the rant and make it its own thing. Did get a tiny bit toxic, but it's fine. Thank you. Like, but yeah, the next tentative stream is Friday when I continue Dark Souls 3. 'Cause I've been having fun with that. It's the last one of the actual Souls games that I need to finish. And that's on to Sekiro. Might have to do a surprise Destiny stream one weekend. Bloodborne is so good. I haven't played it in a bit, but such a good game. is still up there as one of my favorites that I've played so far in the Soulsborne series.
Es kommen Gegner. Entweder schalten wir sie aus
Of course, I know for a fact I can't play Demon Souls anytime soon. Like,
auf diese Stelle
love
konzentrieren.
Bloodborne, uh, really enjoyed Dark Souls Remastered. And 3 has been fun so far. I felt that. How did they... Guess they can deal with that, because now it's definitely somewhere I can't shoot it. That's not worth it.
Konzentriere dich auf diese Stelle.
Stop that tank. They have to zero in for an eternity.
Wir haben sie voll erwischt.
Still miss. Oh god. Oh god! That poor T-32. That poor T-32 didn't deserve that.
Geschütz geladen.
That T-32 just got assassinated. That was kind of hard to watch.
Geladen. Leg los.
Alright, time to switch flanks for a second. Now,
Auf diese Stelle konzentrieren.
most of their tanks are just camping in the back.
Geschütz geladen.
damaged something. Have no idea what it was that I hit, but whatever it is probably not feeling too good right now.
Es sind Gegner in unserer Basis.
That guy should be dead.
Wer ist Geschichte?
Bum, bum, dun, 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 dun. Just casual artillery things. What's even left? TDs. And that one medium tank.
Geschütz geladen.
3 seconds for my shell to hit there.
Diesen Bereich fokussieren.
And he's no longer there. It's just bad news for me.
Schussbereit.
That's even worse news.
Wir haben einen unserer Panzer verloren. Wir haben sie kaum angekratzt.
Fuck. Can't help him. If he can get one more shot off and actually kill that guy.
Wir haben einen Verbündeten verloren. Konzentriere dich auf diese Stelle.
More than likely done it. Only chance I have is if the chisel makes a misplay.
Geschütz geladen. Der Gegner zielt auf uns. Ein weiterer Sieg.
Let's go. got MVP in the fucking GW Tiger. uh, oh god. I got my first mark that game. That's... Oh, I probably already had it and I just wasn't paying attention, but that was... that was gross. Like, he had all that map, all that area there, and he drove right in front of me. Ugh. You know, I think that's definitely a good one to end with since just hit the 3 hour mark. I think that's a perfect way to end that stream. A beautiful 2v1. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, uh, tentatively, tomorrow I'm gonna be taking my break, so I'm just gonna be chilling. Could be like, I mean, honestly, I could do anything tomorrow, really, because I don't think I have anything planned. So I'll be free for the most part. But yeah, I'll after the stream, I'll edit that down, get the rant uploaded to YouTube, as well as the VOD. In the meantime, I see someone that would be perfect for a raid. Ah, thank you for the follow, FMJ. I appreciate that. Oh, mm, it was something. I didn't hold anything back. Welcome. Uh, Hope you've been having a good time hanging out. I am more than likely picking a good time to stop tanks for the day after 3 hours. Because I don't think I'll be able to top that game. So, what I'm gonna do is, since everybody's hanging out, if you would like, we're going to share the love with Dom, who is currently playing Destiny 2. But yeah, I appreciate everyone hanging out. I hope to see you again Friday when I get into Dark Souls 3 again. And who knows, maybe a surprise Destiny stream sometime this weekend. Yeah, like, I'll either stream tanks on like Tuesday or Wednesday. It's tentative, at least until I finish the season pass. But yeah, appreciate the follow, appreciate you hanging out, and appreciate everybody that's been here. And hope to see you again next time. As always, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm out.